All right, so Lakshya is also with us. Lakshya, congratulations. All right,
Thank you,
so
sir.
I guess we are live. So, hi everyone, welcome to this session. And again, we have who's and who of Math Olympiad. These are the students who have cleared INMO 2024, and they are all INMO awardees. I think I would take a screenshot of this and I would keep it with me because I know a lot of these students are ultimately going to represent and make us proud, later down the line. एंड मुझे पक्का पता है कि यार इस सेशन का जो आईक्यू है ना वो मैं डिक्रीज कर रहा हूँ राइट सो आई नो फॉर दिस फैक्ट सो आई वेलकम यू ऑल गाइज सो प्राउड ऑफ योर परफॉर्मेंस ईच एंड एवरी वन ऑफ यू amazing to see these kind of performances and you all made yourself, your parents, your community, and of course Vedantu proud with your performances. So quickly onto the sessions. So one thing before I start, right? So I did not put the names of the students in the pic in the thumbnail because I know for the fact that अब के बाद तुम लोगों की शक्लें से तुम्हारे नाम जाने जाएंगे यार इट्स राइट यू विल बी remembered you people are going to remember your faces and hence your names right so there that was the reason I did not put up your names in the pics. I will be updating the thumbnail as well because some of the students are also joining whose pics are not there. So welcome and congratulations each and every one of you. Amazing performance in more bodies and we are all excited to hear the stories and how did it start and what were the roadblocks, everything that you want to share and inspire the juniors. There are a lot of students who are going to see this session uh, live and also in the recorded form, and they're going to get inspired, motivated by you all, right? So let me just uh, before we start, quick recap of the result that we have. Yeah. So, chalo, chodo isko. We all know. So there are 14 selections out of 72 students. All of these selections are from the junior batch. Junior batch में total 45 selections हुई हैं. So junior batch, just for the people who don't know, is consisting of students who clear INMO for the first time. Right, so there are people who are going to be in the camp for the second time. They form the senior batch, and the students who clear INMO for the first time, they are the junior batch. And जो हमारी सारी की सारी selections हुई हैं 14 out of 45 are from the junior batch only, right? So hi everyone, great. Yeah, so we'll be discussing all about the resources that is going to use. First of all, we have three students who are in class 10th. Their boards is tomorrow. They took out special time to reach out to all of us and share their stories. So we will start with them and allow them to leave also after they're done with the sharing their stories. So we'll start with Om. Om, are you there? Can you
Yes, sir.
amazing. So Om is in class 10th. He secured 53 marks. So congratulations, Om. And Om, we saw Om in RMO session as well. We saw Om in IOQM session as well. And Om, first of all, how does it feel? कैसा लग रहा है? And
अम, नहीं सर, अच्छा लग रहा है लाइक मैथ्स में कुछ अच्छा करके लाइक हार्ड क्वेश्चंस और एक अच्छी लेवल लाइक बना लिए ऐसा लग रहा
great. Om, कितने कितने perfect scores थे?
है 3 परफेक्ट स्कोर थे.
3 perfect scores. Amazing, amazing.
Yes.
Super. So Om, फटाफट से जर्नी बताओ यार अपनी. There are a lot of students who are going to get inspired with your story. क्या क्या रोड ब्लॉक्स है, कब शुरू किया तूने प्रिपरेशन, एंड किस तरीके से which batch were you in Vedantu, and yeah, overall.
यस लाइक मैं पहले से ही लाइक मैथ्स के एग्जाम दे रहा था, लेकिन वो लाइक सॉफ्ट लेवल के थे वैसे. और जब कोरोना आया था उस वक्त मुझे 8th में आपका लाइक वीडियो दिखा वो आई ओलंपियाड जर्नी. उसके बाद मैंने 9th में आईओक्यूएम की तैयारी की थोड़ी सी आपके प्राइम बैच में. उसमें आईओक्यूएम में मुझे 18 मार्क मिले. और उसके बाद लाइक मैंने और रिसर्च की और मुझे और ज्यादा पता चला. और फिर मैंने 10 में लाइक बेस्ट ट्राई दिया. 10 में मेरे 40 मार्क्स आए। और उसके बाद लाइक मुझे लगता है आईओक्यूएम के बाद रियल मैथ्स ओलंपियाड स्टार्ट हुआ, क्योंकि लाइक रियल मैथ्स ओलंपियाड में सब्जेक्टिव जो लिखना होता है या फिर वो उस लेवल के जो क्वेश्चन होते हैं वो वहां से स्टार्ट हुए थे। और फिर मैंने लाइक ईजीएमओ और जो कॉम्बी के और वैसे हैंडआउट्स वो ट्राई किए। और उसके बाद तो हाँ आरएमओ में लाइक ये 51 मार्क्स मिले मुझे। और उसके बाद है देन इनमो में थोड़ा लाइक जैसे मेरे जो वीक टॉपिक थे जैसे कि कॉम्बी और एनटी, उसमें मैंने इम्प्रूवमेंट की और ज्योमेट्री को स्ट्रॉन्ग किया था ज्यादा। और यस ज्यादा से ज्यादा टेस्ट देख के उससे मैं लाइक हेल्प हुई कि कैसे ट्रैक कर सकते हो टाइम मैनेजमेंट और वो। और यस
ग्रेट। तो कौन कौन से बैच में था यहाँ पे?
प्राइम बैच में और आरएमओ बैच में।
ओके ग्रेट, अमेजिंग
यस सर।
अमेजिंग। सो ओम, द अदर थिंग इज यहाँ पे बहुत सारे बच्चे, तो कौन सा अटेम्प्ट था? व्हाट वाज द दिस वाज योर सेकंड अटेम्प्ट?
या मतलब टेक्निकली सेकंड अटेम्प्ट। यस
ओके, परफेक्ट। सो सेकंड अटेम्प्ट में यू वर एबल टू क्लियर क्रैक आईएनएमओ। अमेजिंग।
यस।
सो एक और चीज जो बहुत सारे बच्चे पूछते हैं, राइट, सो यू स्टार्टेड योर जर्नी इन 8th और 9th में तुमने स्टार्ट किया था, तो पहली चीज क्या की थी? व्हाट वाज द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट यू डिड विद रिगार्ड्स टू ओलंपिक प्रिपरेशन?
सर लाइक उस लाइक आयोक्यम के लिए लाइक कॉम्बी और जो अलजेब्रा होता है वो 11 12 का होता है। तो लाइक आपके प्राइम बैच में लाइक उस लेवल का टीच किया जा रहा था और मैंने कभी वो पढ़ा भी नहीं था। तो लाइक मैंने आपके आई थिंक वो सारे बेसिक्स के वीडियो थे, मैंने 2 बार देखे थे। लाइक मैंने बेसिक्स को बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग किया था। लाइक मेरा 9th आप कह सकते बेसिक स्ट्रॉन्ग करने में गया और उसी वजह से लाइक 10th में मुझे ज्यादा प्रॉफिट हुआ आगे जाके।
अमेजिंग, सुपर। सो दो दो बार वीडियो देखे तुमने मतलब?
हाँ लाइक फर्स्ट टाइम देखा था तब लाइक तब समझ आया, लेकिन अप्लाई कैसे करना प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कैसे करना वो समझ नहीं आ
Yeah,
रहा।
so ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है मैथमेटिक्स में, राइट? सो एवरी टाइम यू सी अ प्रॉब्लम, इवन इफ यू सीन दैट प्रॉब्लम फॉर बिफोर, यू लर्न समथिंग न्यू, राइट? सो मैं आज भी कोई प्रॉब्लम देखता हूँ एंड उसको करने की कोशिश करता हूँ, इवन इफ आई हैव डन दिस प्रॉब्लम बिफोर, तो मैं कुछ ना कुछ नया सीखता हूँ, राइट? सो एंड दिस इज व्हाट ओम इज ट्राइंग टू से। अमेजिंग ओम, सो प्राउड। एंड दो चीजें और, एक तो आगे का क्या प्लान है? JEE है, Olympiad है, right? What do you guys want? What is the aspiration? And any tips for the juniors?
यस सर लाइक आगे का तो अभी बोर्ड चालू है और कैम में जाके
JEE, अच्छा, right.
जेई आई थिंक आगे का फिजिक्स ओलंपियाड और मैथ्स ओलंपियाड की तरह लाइक फोकस ज्यादा है। अगर फिजिक्स ओलंपियाड में अच्छा स्कोर आया तो फिर लाइक उसके एमआईटी के टारगेट होगा
मतलब
फिर से
छोटा
तो।
भी कुछ नहीं है, फिर मैथ्स कर लिया, फिजिक्स भी निपटाओगे,
यस
सब कुछ निपटाना है। बहुत
हाँ
बढ़िया।
कंप्यूटर ओलंपियाड भी करेंगे।
दूसरों के लिए कुछ नहीं छोड़ना है। ओके, ग्रेट ग्रेट। एंड ओम, एनी टिप्स फॉर द जूनियर्स बच्चे, कोई भी मतलब जो मैथ्स ओलंपियाड की प्रिपरेशन शुरू कर रहा है, अभी 8th में है, 9th में है, राइट? सो आई थिंक दैट्स अ वेरी इंस्पायरिंग स्टोरी। 9th में शुरू किया एंड अल्टीमेटली सेकंड अटेम्प्ट के अंदर ही वाज एबल टू क्लियर दिस। सो एनी टिप, किस तरीके से पढ़ाई करनी चाहिए, डिसिप्लिन कैसे लेके आना चाहिए, कितना कितना घंटा पढ़ते थे, मतलब जस्ट
सर लाइक जितना मैक्सिमम हो सके उतना मैं ट्राई करता था।
मतलब टाइम नहीं देखा कभी, 4 घंटे, 5 घंटे, 6 घंटे?
नहीं नहीं
ओके, ग्रेट
लाइक
ग्रेट।
2 घंटे खेलना होता था और
हाँ,
बाकी जितना हो सके उतना पढ़ाई करता
क्या
था।
खेलते थे?
खेलते लाइक फ्रेंड के साथ
अच्छा
टेबल टेनिस हो या चेस
अच्छा
भी
अच्छा
खेलते थे कभी।
अच्छा, मुझे लगा पबजी वगैरह, वो तो नहीं?
नहीं 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 वो नहीं।
पीछे जो किताबें पढ़ी हैं वो मैथ्स की हैं या सारे सब्जेक्ट्स की हैं?
पीछे नहीं सर वो मिक्स है।
मिक्स है।
मैथ की लाइक हाई लेवल की किताब अब ऑनलाइन ही मिलती है ना, प्रिंट आउट नहीं होता।
ओके, गुड,
हाँ
ग्रेट,
अ,
अमेजिंग। या,
बोले तो लाइक बेसिक्स को स्ट्रॉन्ग करके प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग की तरफ फोकस करना चाहिए। लाइक प्रॉब्लम हमें आइडिया खुद से आनी चाहिए, डिफरेंट आइडिया को ज्यादा स्टडी करना चाहिए कि हम आइडिया कैसे ला सकते हैं rather देन उस प्रॉब्लम को करना या फिर उस टाइप के प्रॉब्लम को करना।
राइट, सो
लाइक
फोकस ऑन वैरायटी एंड प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग, दिस इज व्हाट यू सेइंग।
यस यस सर।
अमेजिंग। Thank you, Om.
Yeah.
You have your exam tomorrow, so if you wish, you can leave. And thank you for sparing your time. So, guys, यहाँ पर देखो बच्चों के कल बोर्ड का एग्जाम है 10th क्लास का, and ultimately वो यहाँ पर आए हैं, and to inspire you all. So you should thank particularly these students who are in class 10th having their board exams tomorrow. Thank you, Om. Thank you so much, Bacha. If you want, you can leave. So moving
Yes, sir.
on to another class 10 student who has her exam tomorrow. So Pradanya is here. So Pradanya, can you unmute yourself? So Pradanya is in class 10th. She joined us in INMO camp and ultimately performed really well. She scored 42 and cleared INMO. Right. So it gives me immense joy to see girl students, performing at this level. And so proud of you, Pradanya. Can you share your story?
Yeah, I started a journey like from 8. So when I was in 8, um, I got introduced to math by my father. So when
Pradanya, your voice is cracking. If you could, manage this.
one sec. Is it better now or?
Yeah, it's better.
So I started my journey in 8th. I got introduced to my math by my father, and when I gave my first IOQM attempt in 8th, it was during the Corona time. So I got 2 marks. So it was a big blow to me because until then I was a person who got full marks and stuff. So the minute I saw 2 marks, that is when I actually realized the actual spirit of these Olympiads. And then slowly, last year when I was in 9th, again I gave IOQM, but then I got 18 marks. So coming to 10th this year, I decided to myself that I would give this exam all the
put in all the efforts.
strength I have in me.
Okay,
so this year, after IOQM, I came across Vedantu's all these coaching and videos, and then I realized how good a source was actually there all over the internet. So from there, I joined an RMO camp in Vedantu. In RMO, I scored 20 marks and got selected to INMO, and now I got 42 marks. And it's a real privilege to be actually selected to IMOTC, considering it's basically the cutoff.
Amazing, Pradanya. And again, this is just the start. Again, you are also there in EGMO, PC, and wishing you all the best. So, any tips for the juniors, Pradanya? And how did you start? What books did you follow? Anything that you want to share regarding your Math Olympiad preparation and journey?
I think after basics,
I think
get the basics of each topic. As basically after a point in time, you have to start solving problems, you have to see various kinds of problems. I think the major resource that helped me was AOPS. You see a problem, and people actually approach the problem with various
Pradanya, let me interrupt. There is some distortion in your voice. It is not there. If you could, you know, uh, sort this out. Meanwhile, let us go to Shamik, who is again in class 10th, writing board exams tomorrow. Shamik is in class 10, scored 68. So proud of you. Awesome performance, Shamik. If you could unmute, share your journey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, I gave my first Olympiad exam, that is IOQM, when I was in class 8. So that time, and even in class 9, I gave IOQM with very little preparation. That was not so much preparation. And this year in class 10, I wanted to do something in this Olympiad field. So here, with the help of Vedantu, and so I joined Vedantu's RMO batch, and there, in IOQM this year, even though my score was not good, I somehow just qualified. Then from RMO, it went well. My exams went well. Like since IOQM was some like the computational exam, I was like made a lot of silly mistakes there. So then in RMO, my score was like 64, so it went well. And then came INMO, like I had prepared really good for INMO. I was confident like this time about INMO.
So 68, how many perfect scores?
Sir, I attempted 4 questions.
Oh, you attempted 4 questions on all 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Amazing, amazing. So when you came out of the hall, I mean, 4 questions is more or less, uh, good enough to get qualified. So were you all, were you, prepared? And did you know that you'll be qualified?
The thing is, like after coming out of the hall, uh like I got 4 correct. Now what, like I was able to do 4. Now from everyone else I'm hearing that they have also done like 3. So that created a bit of tension, but the thing is, like I was sort of confident with like doing 4, and so I was confident with that.
Amazing, amazing. And how well you were performing in your mocks that you were conducting?
In the mocks, yes, I was doing fairly okay.
Okay. And what all resources did you study? I mean, did you take up when you
For
started your serious preparation this year only? This is what you're saying.
this year.
Okay. So what are the resources that you took up?
So for IOQM and RMO, I completed excursion. That's the base thing. Then I read multiple books for the RMO and INMO. Like I read a few books on combinatorics and geometry.
Okay. Great. Great. Superb. Shamik, any advice for the juniors? Anything that you want to share with them? So if a student is starting his IOQM preparation in class 8 or class 9,
like excursion is a good book to start from.
Okay.
Like that's a really good book to
methods to
start.
study. I mean, so books to ho jata
So
hai,
methods to
everyone knows.
study, like the thing is, like if you're doing hard problems, you lose motivation really quick. So the main point should be having fun with the questions. Like if you have fun, you automatically are motivated to study more.
Amazing. Well said. Well said. Super. So thank you, Shamik. And how are your boards going?
The boards are going really well.
All the best for tomorrow.
Thanks.
Thank you, Shamik. So he has his
Thank you,
board
sir.
again.
Thank you.
Again, Shamik, if you want to leave, you can. Your last minute
Ha, ha.
preparations and all. Thank you for sparing your time. All right. So Pradanya, are you there? Can you?
Yeah, I'm there. Is
Yeah,
this fine
yeah. This
now?
is fine. This is perfect. Yes. So continue.
So I think the major part in studying for something like these maths Olympiads, I believe, is AOPS. Like you see a problem and you see people with various thought processes actually coming up and solving the problem in different ways. So maybe not for that problem, but when you see another problem, it opens up your mind for various thought processes. So I think AOPS has been the website which helped me like a ton. So the major resource.
Great, great. So all the best, Pradanya, for the boards and also the journey ahead. And I'm sure we're going to see you a lot more at the national stage now, right? So remember the name, guys, Pradanya. So thank you, Pradanya, and all the best for tomorrow's exam.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you can leave if you wish. All right, so we are done with all the 10th class students. So let's now move to students of class 9th, right? So there are a lot of students of class 9th, and this is a big thing for me because being in class 9, competing with the students of class 10th, 11th, 12th, and performing at that stage. Super performance. So we have Aratrik, we have Adarsh, we have Arnesh. Amazing. So let's start with Aratrik Pal. So Aratrik joined us after IOQM, and it has been a wonderful journey. for RMO score, and then his INMO performance, and not only INMO, but he's also cleared a lot of other Olympiad stems he was a part of. And so Ratik, let's hear from Ratik only. Yeah.
Yeah, so like about my journey, so like I started with maths. I started with the SF once in around class 5.
Okay.
And like I used to also do puzzles and Martin Gardner puzzles. That's how I got interested in this maths. And then like the first time when I got introduced to Olympiad problems, it was like a whole new world opened up to me. A complete different kinds of problems. It was non-routine problems. They required a different kind of thinking to solve them, and it was a new challenge. And like then I started my preparation, I'll say technically from class 6, and then like in class 7 I gave NMTC and AMC. And the first time I gave IOQM was this year in class 9. I did fairly well, I guess, in IOQM, and then I gave RMO. That also went well, and then like INMO happened.
Amazing. So Rathik not only cleared INMO, he's also cleared AMC 12 with distinction, right, Rathik?
AMC 10.
AMC 10, yeah. So amazing performance there also. So Rathik, so when you said you started your preparation in class 6, so what does it mean? Starting preparation का मतलब क्या है?
So like that time, I got introduced to geometry, and like geometry became my favorite topic. So I just started doing a few standard books on geometry to get introduced to the basic concepts. Okay. Like at that time, I just started getting introduced to the concepts, the building the foundations, basic problems and stuff. And like mainly I started doing higher level problems during this RMO and INMO phase. During this phase, it was mainly just doing problems, like not much theory. I should try problems, do problems, and like when I was not able to do a problem, that's when I got introduced to new theory and started learning new things.
So let me also tell that Ratrik's performance has been. I mean, his father had a lot of role in his performance. He has supported him throughout. And one day I'll also try to bring your father on YouTube, because it is very important, right? So at this stage, how the parents, role of the parents in child's performance and child's academics, particularly in this age group, class 6 to 10, is really important. And the way it's supported you, Rathik, is mind blowing. Right, so yes, congratulations, Rathik. And let me tell you guys, right, so Rathik is one of the students I see him going at the international level in mathematics, right? So again, congratulations and all powers to you, Rathik. All the best for IMOTC. I know you're going to perform really well in IMOTC as well, and make us all proud. Rathik was also one of the students, one of many students who has been very regular with all our lectures and tests.
Yeah, like the test series helped a lot, because like the corrections and the comments on them also helped a lot. Like they gave me a standing of where I stood, and the progress was also really good.
Amazing. So well done, Rathik. Any advice for the students who are seeing this, preparing and starting their IOQM journey?
Like my main advice would be just have fun and do problems. Like that's pretty much the journey.
So again, do not see time, right? So this is one thing that I would tell to the viewers. बहुत सारे बच्चे मुझसे पूछते हैं कि sir, if I study for 5 hours a day, will I be able to crack? I say, why see time, right? So this is what a lot of these students are saying. Just enjoy mathematics. Do not keep time, and होता रहेगा. मतलब you are going to learn a lot. Amazing, Ratik. Thank you for your time and all the best for IMOTC. All right, so moving on to Arnesh. So Arnesh is in class 9, secured 68 marks. Super performance, Arnesh. Very well done. Yes, your journey.
So I started like seriously preparing for IOQM after last year only. I attempted the paper last year, but I was not able to solve anything in it, as I had not prepared before. So like after IOQM, there is like this JBMO exam, like Junior Balkan.
Yeah.
I kept on solving that.
So amazing set of questions.
Yes. And like and it like gradually grew through like RMO problems and INMO problems till like that. But the thing was that I did not like specifically prepare for IOQM. Like one day before IOQM, I was solving the INMO 2019 paper. It was like that.
Before IOQM is solving INMO.
Yes.
Oh, amazing.
I was solving that only. I did not like because I did not prepare for IOQM only. I was like, I will pass IOQM. And the like noteworthy thing is like in the last 3 weeks before INMO, I solved like 80 IMO SL problems. Last 3 4 weeks, 80 IMO shortlist.
Amazing.
I uploaded on my AOPS like also like that's like
Amazing.
to make math fun. The process you have to enjoy it. So like I used to solve questions, upload it on AOPS like that.
Great, great. So how did it start? Okay, so you've already told. So she started in class 8. This was the second attempt, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what happened in the first attempt?
First attempt, I had not studied anything. I just had done the basics till class 10th and all. Just that.
Okay, so what was your IOQM score last year?
It was 12, like 7 plus 5. 7 was bonus, and
5 was bonus.
5 marks were just a guess.
Oh, so from that point to clearing INMO, amazing, amazing. So 5 was a guess, 7 was a bonus. He says he got 12, and ultimately, matlab, they'll say his score was 0.
Yes.
So from 0 to last year to clearing INMO. So this is the journey I'm talking about, guys, and this is something which is going to give a lot of students a lot of motivation. बहुत सारे बच्चे बोल रहे हैं कि सर मेरे 1 नंबर आया 2 नंबर आया 25 नंबर आया 20 नंबर आया I was not able to make it through and they are heartbroken. This is a story to take inspiration from, right? So almost 0 marks in IOQM last year to clearing INMO with 68 marks being in class 9th. I mean, hats off to you, Arnesh. Very well done.
Thank you.
And so what is the plan ahead? I mean, we were discussing in the
This,
meet earlier. So yeah, you want to share?
this year, physics and astronomy Olympiad only.
कुछ नहीं छोड़ोगे तुम लोग हैं मतलब मैथ्स कर लिया फिजिक्स कर लिया बाकी लोगों के लिए छोड़ दो भाई कुछ. So just for the viewers, Arnesh has already completed his physics, and he's going to seriously prepare for physics Olympiad this year. And all the best to you, Arnesh, for that journey. And I'm sure जिस तरीके से मैथ्स में तुमने फटाफट मचा है, you're going to do great in physics Olympiad and INMO also.
Thank you.
So well done. So proud of you, and all the best for IMOTC.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so moving on to another stellar performance, we have Adarsh with us. Adarsh is one of the students who has cleared INMO and INJSO in the same year, guys. बहुत सारे बच्चे बोलते हैं कि सर स्कूल मैनेज नहीं होता आईओक्यूएम के साथ. यहाँ पर ये बच्चा जेएसओ के साथ आईएनएमओ क्लियर करके बैठा हुआ है. वेरी वेल डन. मतलब फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यार मतलब दिल से तालियां मारना चाहता हूँ. मतलब ऐसे आई
Thank you, sir.
डोंट रिमेम्बर एनीवन अभी तक मेरी एकेडमिक जर्नी के अंदर जिसने एक ही ईयर में सिंगल ईयर के अंदर जेएसओ आईएनजेएसओ एंड आईएनएमओ क्लियर किया. सो वेरी वेल डन एंड सुपर प्राउड ऑफ योर परफॉर्मेंस आदर्श. यस, योर जर्नी अगेन आई एम वेरी श्योर बहुत सारे बच्चे तुम्हें तुम्हारी जर्नी को फॉलो करना चाहेंगे बिकॉज बहुत सारे बच्चे व्हेन दे स्टार्ट अबाउट ओलंपियाड a lot of them take this IOQJS route, NSEJS route, and a lot of them take Maths Olympiad. बहुत कम बच्चे तो दोनों साथ साथ में लेके चलते हैं एंड साथ साथ में लेके चल के अल्टीमेटली क्लियरिंग बोथ अमेजिंग. सो मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि दोनों जर्नीज के बारे में बताओ.
So I started IOQM in 9th, like around June, July. So I was just doing like some problems from AOPS previous year IOQM papers. Then I wrote IOQM and got 28.
Last year or this year?
This year.
Okay.
Last year I didn't know about it, so I didn't attempt it.
Oh, you didn't know about IOQM last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in RMO I got 34. And after RMO I started preparing for NSCJS because it was in November after October ending.
So after RMO you started preparing for JS?
Yeah, like I did little last year. I knew about that. The school had informed us. So with that and after RMO, so with that I wrote NSCJS. Then I got
130 in NSCJS.
Okay, 130 with 2 months of preparation?
Maybe one.
One
One
month.
and a half.
Amazing, amazing, Adarsh.
So
Okay.
then RMO results came out and I was preparing a lot for INMO. Like
Hmm.
after coming home from school at 6, like 3 hours or 2 hours.
Hmm.
And like even like the last 15 days before INMO, I was like, even at school, I was doing INMO preparation like every second I had. Like more than 8 hours a day total.
That is an inspiration. So स्कूल के अंदर भी जो भी फ्री पीरियड है उसके अंदर मतलब फेल दो. Amazing.
And like the school also, like, it's not like you can't do this. They allow us to do that sometimes.
Okay, you had a supportive school.
And then I gave INMO, but I wasn't sure I would qualify because first you guys were like the cutoff will be around 35, 40. So I was like sure I would get. But then after the results came, they went off to 52, 53.
Hmm.
Actually, I got 50 initially. I applied for evaluation, so 2 marks increased in P3.
Okay.
Then I got 52.
Amazing.
And even after getting 52, my name wasn't there in the list.
Yes, so I remember because कल जब list आया था, so you were messaging in the group that I scored 52 with 3 perfect scores, and there was no reason your name should not be there because your maximum perfect score हो सकता है. Even Daksh is there. Daksh also scored
Yes,
52
sir.
with
I
3 perfect.
even like messaged him and asked him like he
Yes.
and I did the exact same questions. We got the exact same marks also in
Okay.
each question.
Okay. And then he
So
messaged
today,
to SBCSE and ultimately SBCSE rectified and put his name. So
even
yeah.
even in INJ, so I got 103. The cutoff was 102.5.
Oh, amazing, amazing. But again, how does it feel to clear both the exams with 1 year of preparation? And
It feels amazing, sir.
amazing. And I am not sure, but again, हो सकता है कि तुम पूरे इंडिया में, there would be handful of people who would, there are people who've cleared INJSO and INMO, but different years, right? So 8th में किया, 9th में किया, and 10th में INMO कर लिया. But same year clearing INJSO and INMO, there are people who've cleared, Physics Olympiad and, INPHO and
Astronomy.
INMO in the same year. But INJSO and INMO, right? So these are two different things, because JSO के अंदर तीनों subjects आ जाते हैं, physics, chemistry, biology, and maths, right? So I think a lot of offline institutes are going to run after you and your life, right? So all the best for that, and it is going to be a good kind of problem to have. But I'm sure a lot of students are interested in your story. How did you manage time? So one is you took advantage of the school, right? So school में जो भी free time मिलता था, you were
Yes,
all
sir.
doing problems there. Uh, and so once the JSO results were out, and of course INMO भी के लिए भी तुम, so how did you balance, and how did you decide what exam to give preference, or there was no preference, you were preparing for both?
I was actually like I wanted to give preference for INMO, IMOTC, but my school was like you can give it for IMOTC like in 10th and 11th also. So
Yeah.
and this is the last year to write
Yes.
INJ. So they were like give it for OCSC camp. So
Okay.
that's what I did.
Okay, so basically he's filled his preference JSO over INMO, so he will not be invited to IMOTC camp, but he will be there in the junior science Olympiad camp. So very well done, super proud of your performance, Adarsh. I'm sure you're going to motivate a lot of students who have this, uh, confusion whether to go for Math Olympiad or whether to go for JSO. दोनों कर लो और दोनों clear कर लो, right? So very well done, Adarsh. Super proud,
Thank you, sir.
and all the best for JSO.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So moving on to Jay Agarwal. Okay, so we have Adit also in class 9th. Adit. So Adit is in class 9th and he's secured 57 marks. He was in IOQM Prime batch, and one of the students who pushed me to the limits. He would always motivate me to teach new things. And like I said yesterday, I learned a lot from you, Adit, during my teaching in the Prime batch. And I think it was because of students like you and few others the level of IOQM batch, was way too good, and I thoroughly enjoyed teaching there last year. Right. So yes, Adit, about your journey.
Okay, so I'm guessing that people may not have watched my RMO video, so I'm gonna do all of that again.
Yes, yes, please do.
So last year, which I'm saying 2022 because 22 to 23 academic year, I gave IOQM when I was in 8th grade, right? So before that, I had done SOF Olympiads. I was quite confident about my ability in math. And then I heard about IOQM from Daks. And yeah, and I thought, okay, I can try and give this. The day before the exam, I tried the 2020 paper and I got some 20-ish marks. So I was somewhat confident. And then the day of the exam came, and we all know how hard that paper was. And I came out
right?
2023.
Yeah.
The one with 24 problems.
Yeah. Last to last.
And, yeah. And then my score came out and it was 7 out of 100. Which, if for the people who didn't pay attention, was 7 grace marks included.
Yes.
So effectively, I had not solved a single problem. And that failure, it caused something in me, and I decided to start preparing properly from that moment. So I heard about VOS. So I decided to join the prime batch because I wasn't sure about how much theory I knew. And of course, the prime batch really helped me a lot. Abhay sir's lectures helped a lot in the theory, and the mocks were quite well designed for the IOQM level. I ended up scoring 29 marks in this year's IOQM. And then RMO also the same thing. Again, lectures were good, mocks were good. And I ended up scoring 42. 42 as in first 2 problems, I got perfect solves. And the last problem, I got 8 marks.
Okay.
Then my INMO preparation started, quote unquote. The reason I say that is because I had forgotten about the INMO mocks until Abhay sir reminded me like 10 days before the exam. So I started to do those mocks, like 2 mocks a day or something. I'm not sure. And I kept scoring 1 or 2 questions per test. So I wasn't that confident about INMO. But then during the day of the exam, I got extremely lucky and got quite a lot of stuff covered. And I got 57 marks. So full marks in problem 1 and problem 3. I got 15 marks in problem 4 and 8 marks in problem 2.
Amazing. So I'll be honest, Adit. So after your RMO performance, and so you were not giving tests. So I remember messaging you on Telegram that try giving some mocks.
Yeah.
And I also checked your mocks myself, right? So there is a team. So we all distribute the paper checking. But I remember checking your mocks, and every mock there was 1 or 2 problems that you were able to do. Right. So I, thinking about the last year mock, so I thought अगर एक दो problem कर रहा है तो हो जाएगा इसका. But again, when the paper came out and again seeing the level of paper, I was not very sure of you getting through. I'll be very honest. But when we had a chat later on Telegram and you said you were able to solve 3, then again I was kind of very sure that you'll be able, because now, there are very few students who actually know when they solve, they know that they've solved, right? So you are amongst those. Ratrik is among those. When he says he solved, right? So in fact, everyone who's sitting here, is that kinds. Arnab. So when he solves, right? So amazing, Adit. So again, I think this is again another inspirational story from zero. Effectively zero in IOQM last year to clearing INMO, right? So this is going to inspire a lot of students. So बहुत सारे बच्चे जो रोते हैं IOQM एग्जाम के बाद कि सर 0 आया है, 1 नंबर आया, 2 नंबर आया, यहाँ पे 0 था last year. From that level to clearing INMO, amazing, Adit. So well done, very well done. Just for the viewers, Adit is the junior to Daksh. Are you still in the same school?
Yes, sir, we are.
Okay, great. So Adit is the junior to Daksh. 2 years or 3 years? 2 years juniors.
2
3 years.
years.
2 years. Okay. Great. So Adit, any advice for the juniors, people who are starting with their preparation, those who did not score, good marks in IOQM this year, and they're, they're wanting to give up. Any advice for them?
Okay. Okay, so this is going to probably be quite detailed.
Hmm.
The first thing is, if you think you're not going to be able to do IOQM, I would suggest you just start by trying to make sure that you believe in yourself that you can do it. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then you've already lost half the game effectively.
Very fair.
After that, you need a combination of two things. The first thing is discipline. Discipline, I mean, I didn't have too much of it, but you need at least a little bit of discipline if you need to do anything in your life. So, discipline. And you also need a good community. That community has to be like, you can't go to some JEE community and start doing a Math Olympiad preparation. It has to be a Math Olympiad oriented community. So, you could take, say, VOS Telegram. You can take Art of Problem Solving. You can take Math Olympiad Discord servers, for example. And then when you start your preparation, I would suggest if you're in, say, 9th or 10th, then maybe just get a bit of the basics done, like 9th, 10th, 11th NCRT, so that you don't have the theory gap. And then you can just start doing problems, because you're effectively going to start learning your theory via problems. If you want to start out by doing short answer problems, I would suggest doing the AIME, the American Invitational Mathematics Examination. The problems of it are quite good and the short answer. Once you're confident with IOQM, which you should be able to know if you are or not by doing enough mocks. So for mocks, you could do, say, Agamjeet's mocks. They're pretty good. Once you're confident for IOQM, if you're preparing for RMO, you can try, of course, previous year RMO papers. You can also try junior Balkan papers and the round 1 of the British Math Olympiad. I think those align quite well with RMO, difficulty-wise. When you start with INMO, you should try to do quite a few national Olympiads. So try to prepare for a harder version of INMO, because this year the paper was easy, but you never know what HPCSC will do. So maybe go for Olympiads like the Balkan Math Olympiad, USA Junior Math Olympiad, USA Math Olympiad, British Math Olympiad Round 2. You can even try old IMO shortlist problems and team selection test problems from various countries. And all of this is well and good, but at the end of the day, you need to have fun with this. It has been emphasized before by other people here, but still the fact remains that if you don't like the problem, you're not going to put the mental effort into solving it. Like, if I look at a China team selection test problem and it looks absolutely terrible, I'm not going to be in the mood to do it, even if it's from my favorite type of problem. So to summarize, you need to do a lot of problems and learn the theory from the problems. And this also helps you gain intuition. You also need to have a good, dedicated community for Math Olympiads. And you need to have a passion for math in general. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Amazing. Adit, so I think is summarized, and तो अगर Adit मैं तेरा वाला portion काट लूंगा. I think I'm going to put that in a session tomorrow, and that is going to save a lot of time. So thank you for this. Yeah. So he's pretty much summarized, not summarized, but pretty much it told everything about how to get there. So thank you, Adit. And okay, we have Pranav Chaudhary in the chat. So what I'll do is I'll invite Pranav in the meet also. Pranav, I'm sending you a link. Why don't you join us and share your valuable insights also. All right. So thank you, Adit, for the words. And so moving on to Daksh, who is the senior of Adit. He's in class 11th. He's also, preparing JEE with us. And Daksh has also cleared INMO this year. So congratulations, Daks, for INMO. So how does it feel? And yes, so about your journey.
It feels all right, I guess.
Okay, well, that is the humble Daksh. Yes.
So I started in ninth. That was the COVID year, so there was like a lot of delays. I guess October 9th grade. So in that year, it was like 3 questions. It was a short INMO.
Yeah.
So I cleared IOQM, but I didn't do. I couldn't clear INMO. I got 3, I think, out of 51.
Yeah.
So that was like way below cutoff. That year, I guess I was like fully focused on Math Olympiad, and I just did one book, which was like Pathfinder Junior. That was like the only like beginner level book at that point of time. Now there are like many different books. And then along with that, yeah, there were like the mocks, which were very helpful that year, especially in like also gaining like that feel that how are you doing compared to everybody else. And then again, obviously, like Adit said, the communities are like important, like who all you generally like discuss problems with, because they might have like a different thought process than you, and they might think differently. So it's obvious, it's nice to get like that insight. Then in 10,000 INMO batch, so I did preparation from there, but the IOQM came very difficult. So I couldn't clear that year. And then, to be honest, 11th, I didn't really do much for Math Olympiad. I like just went and gave it because like I didn't have much time. So by chance, ho gaya. So I'm here right now.
So again, it is not by chance. Of course, you've put in a lot of efforts, which of course you don't realize. But the question I want to ask you is, your NSEA also got cleared. So how did you manage your time, or how did you decide what to put importance on, and what to prepare, and what was the priority order?
Personally, for me, like I hadn't really touched Math Olympiad for a long time. So like when there was the INMO TC in December, that was like too mentally taxing for me. Like it was very tiring. So I figured also
like, in Bangalore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So generally, and I'm also generally a little bit more leaning towards physics and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why I felt astronomy preference.
Okay, great. Amazing, Daksh. Amazing to hear that. Again, this is his third attempt and ultimately able to clear INMO. So this again shows one thing, that is to not give up and see dreams, and ultimately they're going to get through. Thank you, Daksh, for the time, and all the best for the TCs.
Thank you.
All right. So moving on. So we have Pranav Chaudhary with us, right? So Pranav is a legend. Is uh, cleared INMO twice. He has been guiding a lot of these students, in Vedantu. So thank you for that, Pranav. And also those who don't know, Pranav is also through to Oxford, and he's writing his board exams right now. So Pranav, yes, before we move on to other students, any advice that you want to share?
Since I like all of you have cleared INMO and I didn't, so I'll share on the negative side maybe this time. So
no, it is we all know that 12th type to cut off.
Yeah.
So again, don't.
Yeah, no, I just meant that like it's also a part of Olympiad journeys. Like even though I was guiding other students, I couldn't myself clear. So it just doesn't mean that. Like, I mean, it's obviously sad, but it doesn't mean that you discourage yourself and lose all your confidence that you don't give a good shot for next year. Like I obviously don't have more chances, but if it happens to like some 9th, 10th grader, it is not a like justification to your skill level that you can achieve or you have right now. Like I know people who have been preparing for 3-4 years, but the luck just goes sometimes in the contest that they couldn't clear this year as well. So yeah, it definitely doesn't define your skill. So don't let that get to you and still continue preparing. Even all of you who will go to TSTs, you'll see that TSTs will be way harder than INMO and like completely different pattern. And I know people who were in IMO team last year who couldn't solve any problem on one of the TSTs, but they could solve all the 3 problems on 2 other TSTs. So yeah, it happens. Just everyone has a bad day. So just like move on with that eventually sometime and prepare for the next contest.
So Pranav, since you mentioned TSTs, so again there are a lot of you can see in a lot of INMO bodies who are going to go to a TST for the first time, IMOTC for the first time. So any
Yeah.
advice for these students and also others who will be appearing
Yeah. So firstly, like APMO is coming. One thing that in APMO that you can notice from past year problems is problem 5 is usually very hard, and problem 1 to 4 are of usually similar skill level. So don't be stuck on just one problem. 1 to 4 will be usually the same difficulty level when you'll give the exam. So keep that thing in mind. And for TSTs, I believe that preparation is almost the same. Like you have to do the same topics, just harder problems. So it's not like you have to know something new. Like if you were doing some book earlier and you skipped some hard chapter, do that hard chapter now. That is one thing I'll recommend for preparation. And once you go to IMOTC, since you haven't met a lot of people in Olympiad journey, like physically met, so don't waste all the time socializing. Like definitely go to the since CMI the library is pretty good. Go to library, you'll have AC there, and the library is open like whole night. It closes only for 30 minutes. So spend a lot of time in the library and do problems or wherever you want to do problems with people or something. Just don't play games all the time. That's what I did last year.
This is completely different from what you did last year, right? So
yeah, last year I think the reason was after 2-3 years all of us friends met, so it was a different experience. So that is what you will feel as well. That first time going to an offline camp, there will be 60 people and a lot to talk about, and talk with the professors there, talk with the seniors actually who have been to the camp last year, and interact with those and do more math. Then because you also have people there to do math with is the important thing. So I think that's it. And also, like, since you all are juniors, you might feel that can junior make team? There have been people in past who have come to IMOTC who didn't even know say projective geometry or inversion before, and they learned most things in the camp in those 3 weeks and made to team that year.
Amazing. That is a lot of inspiration, and that's going to motivate a lot of students.
Yeah, so you definitely can make team. It's just other people have more experience, so that's why use your time, learn from their experience in the camp, and make team.
Amazing. So of course, Pranav will be mentoring all the students, who are in the VOS community, and he'll be sharing all the information, all the knowledge that he has. So thank you, Pranav, for the words, and keep guiding the students like you have. All right. So moving on to Gorika Mahi. So Gorika is in class 10th. She has performed amazingly well. 55 marks, Gorika? 50, is that right? 54? 54. And very well. And so proud of this performance, Gorika. We've met in हम RMO session के दौरान भी मिले थे. And and वहीं पर हमने को पता था कि you will be also be clearing INMO. Right. So how does it feel? कैसा लग रहा है? And कैसा जर्नी था ओवरऑल? यू शेयर योर जर्नी. तुमने 2-3 बार शेयर किया हुआ है पहले जर्नी, बट फिर भी फॉर द व्यू देयर विल बी व्यूअर्स हु आर गोइंग टू वॉच दिस फॉर फर्स्ट टाइम. सो उनके लिए बताओ दोबारा से शुरू से.
तो मैंने अपनी ओलंपियाड की प्रिपरेशन क्लास 8 से स्टार्ट की थी. और उस टाइम मैंने बेसिकली पाथफाइंडर जूनियर से बुक स्टार्ट की थी. मैं उसको सॉल्व करती थी और मैंने 8th में IUQM दिया था जिसमें मेरे 18 मार्क्स आए थे, जो पार्ट बी में हुआ था आउट ऑफ 40. तो वो तो क्लियर हुआ था, लेकिन पार्ट बी का पेपर में मैंने कुछ भी नहीं सॉल्व किया था, तो उसमें मेरे 0 मार्क्स आए थे. और फिर मैंने 9th में ज्यादा प्रिपरेशन नहीं की थी, लाइक 10 TY यूज किए थे मैंने. तो उसमें मेरे 25 मार्क्स आए थे लास्ट ईयर जब मैंने IUQM दिया था 9th में. तो 25 एंड कट ऑफ 30 थी, तो मेरे से नहीं हुआ था क्वालिफाई उस टाइम. और उस टाइम मुझे वेदांतु के बारे में पता चला था लास्ट ईयर दिसंबर, एंड तब से मैं वेदांतु से कनेक्टेड हूँ. और मुझे इससे मैं रेगुलर इससे क्लास करती थी, और चेतन सर और भाई सर की क्लासेस में बहुत मजा आता था. पजल्स, चेतन सर के पजल्स बहुत अच्छे लगते थे. और
So just for the viewers, Chetan sir is out of India, so he could not be there in this session. But Chetan sir has a big role in shaping, these students. Level 8, level 9, उन्हीं के under है, and he has been mentoring a lot of these students. Yeah, Gorika.
और मैंने सारे मॉक्स भी रेगुलरली दिए थे, तो उससे बहुत पता चलता था कि कहाँ पे हमें कैसा दिक्कत हो रहा है, और हमें साथ में गाइडेंस भी मिलती थी कि इस तरह के प्रॉब्लम्स में इस तरह से कैसे सोचना है. तो बेसिकली
Okay, amazing. So Gorika, I mean, there are very few girl students जो ultimately stage पे पहुंचती हैं, preparation भी करती हैं, and you are, amongst those. You are going to be a lot of, inspiration to a lot of girl students. तो girl students के लिए बताओ कुछ, specially guidance, inspiration, कुछ भी, कैसे start करना है, and there are going to be a lot of downturns, more downturns than upturns in this journey. तो किस तरीके से अपने आप को मोटिवेट रखना है, तो एनीथिंग दैट यू वांट टू शेयर.
प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. हमें प्रॉब्लम्स, ऐसे तो हर एक प्रॉब्लम में जनरली ज्यादा ही टाइम लगता है, तो उसमें हम गिव अप ना करके बार बार ट्राई करना, ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट होता है.
अमेजिंग, सुपर. थैंक यू गौरिका फॉर द टाइम, एंड आई एम श्योर इस बार तुम आईएमओटीसी के अंदर बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म करने वाले हो, तुम ईजीएमओटीसी के अंदर बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म करने वाले हो, एंड वी आर गोइंग टू सी अ लॉट ऑफ यू इन द कमिंग years. So thank you and all the best for the journey ahead.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so moving on to class 11 students now. So they've been waiting for a long time. So पहले हम जय से शुरू करते हैं. जय अग्रवाल, congratulations, very well done. जय ने हमें ज्वाइन किया था IOQM अचीवर्स लास्ट टू लास्ट ईयर वाला 2022 वाला, राइट जय?
यस सर.
2022 से जर्नी स्टार्ट हुआ था, एंड अगेन उसके बाद से इसने हमें छोड़ा ही नहीं है, हमने भी इसको छोड़ा नहीं है, एंड ही हैज बीन अ पार्ट ऑफ अ लॉट ऑफ आवर बैचेस. सो जय, हाउ हैज बीन द एक्सपीरियंस, कैसा रहा ओलंपियाड जर्नी, एंड अभी कैसा फील हो रहा है 11th में फाइनली ये IMTC पास?
फील तो अच्छा ही हो रहा है.
हाँ, तो कैसा जर्नी रहा ओवरऑल? व्हाट डू यू वांट, एनीथिंग दैट यू वांट टू शेयर? ओवरऑल जर्नी बताओ तुम्हारी पहले तो.
कोविड के टाइम पे मेरी मदर ने ना जितने भी ओलंपियाड होते उनके बारे में पता तो था नहीं उस टाइम पे, तो सर्जरी एक लिस्ट बनाई, फिर सबके बारे में सर्च किया. तो उस टाइम पे ऐसे आयोजन का नाम पहली बार सुना, अमेज़न पे सर्च किया IOQM बुक, पहली बुक जो रिकमेंडेशन आई मंगा ली. पास फाइंडर थी, पता नहीं था क्या होता है IOQM. फिर मैं और मेरा एक दोस्त था स्कूल में, वो साथ में सॉल्व करते थे, फिर करने लगे थोड़ा थोड़ा. उस टाइम पे IOQM की डेट्स का भी आइडिया नहीं था मेरे को, और जब पता चला उसके एक दिन पहले डेट निकल गई रजिस्ट्रेशन की.
निकल गई मतलब यू वर नॉट एबल टू फिल?
हाँ.
ओह,
40 मार्क्स जो पेपर था वो वाले टाइम पे. तो फिर तो ठीक है, फिर प्रिपरेशन की उस बुक से ही. फिर 10th में जब आया मैं जून में, तब मैं कोटा गया था, वैसे IOQM की वर्कशॉप थी, 15 दिन की वर्कशॉप थी. वहां पे से पता चला दोस्तों से उन्होंने वेदांतो ज्वाइन कर रखा है, तो वापस मैं घर गया, फिर सर्च किया, फिर आपसे कांटेक्ट हुआ, फिर तो अचीवर्स ज्वाइन किया था. और अचीवर्स में मैंने 1 महीना लेट चालू किया था ज्वाइन चालू होने के. फिर 2 महीने लगभग प्रिपरेशन हुई थी, और किया फिर. तो उस टाइम मेरा स्कोर 23 था, पिछले साल
30 कट ऑफ था.
हाँ, और 7 मार्क्स बोनस के थे.
अच्छा,
तो वैसे 16 स्कोर था.
अच्छा, 23 में 7 मार्क्स. ओके, या.
फिर इस बार RMO कैंप में था, मैंने ज्यादा क्लासेस तो अटेंड की नहीं, क्योंकि थ्योरी मेरी पूरी पढ़ी हुई थी, तो मैं केवल मॉक्स देता था और PYQs किए थे सारे. IOQM RMO के जीतते थे. तो IOQM में 34 स्कोर था और RMO में 32 था.
ओके.
और RMO के बाद केवल INMO के PYQs किए थे मैंने, और मॉक्स देने का टाइम नहीं था, क्योंकि JEE की प्रिपरेशन साथ में चल रही है अभी.
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. मतलब सिक्योरिंग 50, कितने 55 है ना तुम्हारे? 54. अमेजिंग, सुपर. तो अभी जेई का जर्नी, अच्छा जेई का जर्नी तो यू हैव मेनली फोकस ऑन जेई जर्नी, बट बीच बीच में तो मॉक्स के लिए, आरएमओ मॉक्स एंड इनमो मॉक्स के लिए टाइम निकालते थे, राइट? सो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है, ये उन बच्चों के लिए जो जेई की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं, राइट? सो ऑफ कोर्स फोकस जेई पे ही है, बिकॉज दैट इज द अल्टीमेट एग्जाम दैट यू वांट टू गिव इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर जेई. but find time to do the previous year questions of RMO and INMO. I'm sure जय जो तुमने RMO के questions तुमने try किए थे previous year, वो कहीं ना कहीं जैसे कॉम्बी है और अलजेब्रा है, वो कहीं ना कहीं जेई की प्रिपरेशन के अंदर भी हेल्प करते हैं बिकॉज एक बहुत बड़ा
जेई क्वेश्चन तो लगते ही नहीं इनके सामने कुछ।
हाँ मतलब अल्टीमेटली वो कॉन्फिडेंस आता है ना मतलब या सुपर सुपर all the best Jay for IMOTC and I'm sure you're going to do great there and have fun, enjoy, and more powers.
Thank you, sir.
Right. So moving on to Lakshya Agarwal. Lakshya ne, you know, he was one of the top scorers in IOQM. He had कितने 70 marks थे तुम्हारे 60?
Yeah, no, in 15 IOQM.
Yeah, 50. So Lakshya, congratulations first of all. Lakshya scored 55 marks in INMO this year.
Thank you, sir.
And तो कैसा जर्नी रहा ओवरऑल एक बार बताओ।
जी सर, मैंने 8 में स्टार्ट किया था और 8 में अपना 8 में मैंने भी पार्ट फाइंडर जूनियर खेला था और उसी से प्रैक्टिस किया था। और फिर इसके अलावा शायद वो फिजिक्स का कुछ फ्री वर्कशॉप भी था IOQM के लिए, तो वो मैंने ज्वाइन किया था, कुछ समझ में नहीं आया था बट ओके।
तो 8 में तो कहाँ से समझ में आएगा। तो 8 में तुम फर्स्ट टाइम प्रिपरेशन शुरू किया था, 8 में तुमने 9th और 10th का मैथ्स कर लिया था?
मतलब नहीं, मतलब मैंने पार्ट फाइंडर फॉलो किया था। अच्छा। फिर मैंने वैसे देखा नहीं था कि 9th में क्या आता है 10th में क्या आता है।
ठीक है ओके।
और
देन 8 में कैसा रहा परफॉर्मेंस, कैसी रही 8 में?
क्या 8 में मुझे शायद 20 मार्क्स आए थे।
वो 40 मार्क्स 40 वाले
नहीं 40 वाला नहीं था, उससे पहले वाला था।
अच्छा ठीक है। अच्छा तुम 11th में हो, ठीक है हाँ।
और फिर उसके बाद 9th में भी दिया। 9th में भी उतने अच्छे नहीं आए थे, शायद याद नहीं, शायद 12 मार्क्स आए थे। और फिर 10th में फिर 28 मार्क्स आए थे, 2 मार्क्स से रह गया था।
तो 9th में 12 मार्क्स में भी तुमने पेपर तो चेक नहीं होगा इनमो का?
नहीं।
हाँ। और 10th में 28 थे। तो 10th में भी क्लियर नहीं हुआ। तो पिछले 3 सालों से तुम IOQM से आगे नहीं बढ़े और इस बार फोड़ाफाड़ी मचा दी है तुमने। इस बार वो सारा दर्द भरा हुआ था अंदर कि इस बार तो निकालना ही निकालना। तो इस बार मतलब हाँ, what was different this year, लक्ष्य?
This year 3 साल से करना, फिर थोड़ा सा कॉन्फिडेंस टाइप भी आ गया, एक्सपीरियंस भी हो गया। और फिर
तो लक्ष्य एक चीज मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ, एंड ये दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज गोइंग टू इंस्पायर अ लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स। बहुत सारे बच्चे ये बोलते हैं कि सर 3 साल से ट्राई कर रहे हैं, 2 सालों से ट्राई कर रहे हैं, नहीं हो रहा है, एक स्टेज भी क्लियर नहीं कर रहे हैं। दिस इज लक्ष्य स्टैंडिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, सिटिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, who tried in 8th, 9th, 10th, was not able to clear even the first round, and ultimately 11th में जाके he's there, he's cleared INMO, right? So this is going, मतलब this is ultimately ये मैथ्स ओलंपियाड है, यही है, to never give up, right? So this is one thing which this preparation teaches us, to not give up. And लक्ष्य is जो तुम्हारे सामने है, ये उदाहरण है, एग्जाम्पल है, एंड आई एम श्योर ये बहुत सारे बच्चों को इंस्पायर करेगा, पर्टिकुलरली उन बच्चों को जो ये बोलते रहते हैं कि सर 2 साल से ट्राई कर रहे हैं, नहीं हो रहा, पहला स्टेज ही क्लियर नहीं हो रहा। तो यहाँ पर देखो, लक्ष्य की तरफ देखो, एंड ही डिड नॉट गिव अप। एंड IOQM में इसने फोड़ाफाड़ी मचाई। IOQM में यू हैड 50 स्कोर, राइट? 50 स्कोर इन IOQM, एंड RMO में कितना स्कोर था इस बार? 75। यस, वही मेरे को कंफ्यूजन हो गया कि 70 में तेरा स्कोर देखा था, मैं भूल गया था। एंड अल्टीमेटली 55 score in INMO. So well done, Lakshya. Very well done. Congratulations and all the best for
thank you, sir.
IMOTC. I think you're preparing for JEE also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm sure you know JEE के अंदर भी तुम फटाफट मचाने वाले हो, and you're going to make you know you and your parents proud in JEE as well. So all the best for that also.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Lakshya. All right, so moving on to Arnab Sanyal, is in class 12th. He is our only student from class 12th who's cleared INMO 68 marks. And again, Arnab से मैं पिछले 3 साल से जुड़ा हूँ. And again, होता ना, there are certain students जिनका दिल से लगता है यार इसका तो होना चाहिए, right? So he has been preparing for INMO for the last 3 years now. and ultimately last 3 years से तो मैं जानता हूँ, उससे पहले भी प्रिपरेशन करता हूँ.
Class 8 or 9, yeah.
Yeah, तो उससे पहले भी कर रहा हूँ, अब 3 सालों से मैं जानता हूँ इसको. So, but this year he of course made it to INMO and just 68 cut off, 68 marks, and so happy for you, Arnab. Very happy for you. And yeah, so your journey, Arnab.
Yeah. So should I start from class 8?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I started my preparation from class 8. So I wasn't really like doing much good in class 8. Like I couldn't understand basic number theory stuff like A divides B. I usually like what should I say, swap those things like A divides B implies B divides A, like that. I used to do those things. So I was like okay. So in class 8 I gave PRM for the first time and I got I got 7 with a bonus of +2. So
Five effective marks.
Yeah, only 5 marks. And like in class 9, a lockdown came and there wasn't really any exam. In 10th, in 10th I gave IOQM, so I got 27.
Out of
And
40.
no, that was like before the 41 marks thing.
Okay.
Like 27 out of 100.
Hmm.
And cutoff was 35, West Bengal. So I didn't make through. So like IOQM was the barrier for me. So like in the end of class 10, I gave that 41 marks IOQM and I got 20. So again, I couldn't clear. So
I remember Arnab. So Arnab, I think that was the year when we met, and Arnab and Pranav is all. So I think that was the year जब तुम दोनों का sharing हुआ था, the COVID year.
Yeah.
वही the last to last year we were talking. So इन दोनों का sharing हुआ था and yeah. So उसके बाद Arnab.
yeah. So तो वही like sharing दिया तो थोड़ा बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ गया लाइक ठीक है ज्योमेट्री थोड़ा कर सकता हूँ. So then I gave IOQM in class 11th. That time I passed. Like 30 was the cutoff and 37. So I got it. And in INMO I totally blundered. Like I got only 5. So I don't know. So getting 5 like made me totally shattered. Like what did I do in INMO? But still I like started my ISI preparation because I had really no hope for INMO again. But hopes again came up on hearing like that RMO is going to be conducted again. So in IOQM this time I got 26. I made it barely. And then in RMO I got 54.
26 में barely तो नहीं है. I think the cutoff was 14 or 15 from West Bengal.
So like only 10 marks difference.
Yeah, only by चलो ठीक है.
RMO I got 54. And the cutoff was 53. So yeah. And in INMO I got 68. So,
yeah. I think you are the reason Pranav did not make it. But again, it
also I thought about luck when I was talking. Like when we met at Sharigan, he solved more problems than me at Sharigan, but still couldn't clear it. So I think like luck plays a huge role, and in that case, it happened. So it's like live example in front of you. I think should take motivation from all the people.
Yes. But again, मुझे पता था मतलब the way he used to write his subjective answers, so I knew that it was just he's just one exam away, right? So I mean there was no doubt. But again, जब 4 problems इसके हो गए थे, and so we were hearing a lot of stories about a lot of 12th class students doing really well in INMO this year, right? So but by God's grace, he's just made it. So well done, Arnab, and finally the dream is true. And all the best for IMOTC and also the ISA exam. Yeah, so Arnab's story, I think, is one of the stories to take inspiration from. Again, 5 attempts and ultimately made it to INMO in the last attempt, right? So this again shows the fact that you don't have to give up. You have to have discipline and वो passion होना चाहिए. And again, as Pranav said, luck plays a very important role. So sometimes you can just have a bad day, and this happens to the best of the students, right? So we have two live examples, Pranav and Arnab, in front of us. Right. So thank you, Arnab, for sharing the story, and I'm sure it is going to inspire a lot. So yes, so now I think we are done. So anyone who want to share anything else before we end the session? Pranav, any
Oh
advice?
yeah, I would like to say something. So
Yes.
you have seen that all of the people who made to INMO, like at some point they didn't clear. What I have seen a lot of students who don't make through INMO do is, okay, let's say INMO was yesterday, it ended, they performed bad, they know they're not going to qualify. Then they'll start preparing in like May or something, like 2 months before next IOQM, which is a very bad thing to do. Like get over the exam in 2 weeks or like 3 weeks, that take the time you want, but get started with the preparation for the next cycle immediately after, like, within the next month.
Very
You
important.
need that time. Like it's a year-long thing, not just like 2 month thing that you can prepare and go with.
So very important point. Again, there would be, you might be hearing a lot of stories कि यार इस बंदे ने 2 महीने में 3 महीने में preparation की, but again, it is not 3 months. He's had a very good foundation right from the start. वो मैथ्स पढ़ता था तभी वो इनमो की प्रिपरेशन एक तरह से indirectly कर रहा था, right? So it is not those 3 months, right? So as Pranav said, it's a tough exam, and you need a lot of time. You need to see a lot of problems. You need a variety of concepts to do. So if you have a bad exam, and so don't wait for the forms to come out कि तब start करेंगे. So immediately get over with it in I think weeks भी इसने ज़्यादा बोला है, 2-3 दिन 4 दिन 5 दिन, that is it. And
Yeah.
ultimately start your preparation. And so this is how these all students have done in the past, and they wasted no time. So again, खराब हुआ ठीक है, खराब हुआ, of course बुरा लगता है. You have a couple of bad days, bad nights, you're not able to sleep, and this happens. कोई भी तुम किसी भी एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन करो वो अच्छा नहीं होता. So of course this is bound to happen, and but get over it quickly and start for the next cycle. This is a very important point by Pranav. Yeah. So anyone else who would want to share anything before we uh, end this session? Adit saying 3 week तो लगेगा ही सर. ठीक है. तो whatever time जो लगता है लगाओ उसको and ultimately start. This is what Pranav wants to say.
I said 3 weeks because like exams are going on in that time. Parents like अभी math करके हटे, अभी board exams हैं या ये exams हैं, इस पे focus कर लो. That's what I meant. Like whenever you get the next time, like as soon as possible.
Yes.
And also like don't keep hunting for like 100 books, not going to help you. Very important point. I've seen people do it a lot. Like they're hunting for books until like 10 days before and more. Just that there are 7-8 good books like which everyone suggests. Just start doing those. You'll understand yourself what are the next books that you want to do.
Amazing.
Oh, one more thing lastly,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, please, of course.
People are like I have this backlog left, like I have to cover all this syllabus. There is no fixed syllabus that you have to understand, and the backlog is also like in your mind. Like if you know the concept, it's not actually a backlog. Like you can find other sources of doing problems as well. It's not necessary that you have to do that same problems only and you're considering that as a backlog. So do whatever problems you are doing, continue doing it. Don't be tensed about backlog because there is no fixed syllabus that you can cover in any.
And the syllabus is infinite. I mean, कहीं से भी आ सकता है, कुछ भी question आ सकता है. It is not JEE कि वो defined syllabus है वहीं से आएगा, right? So यहाँ पे कुछ भी हो सकता है, and yeah, rightly said कि कभी भी किसी बच्चे की कोई preparation fully हो ही नहीं सकती, right? So there's no one, even the students who scored 102 marks in INMO, वो भी whenever they get chance, they're also going to do problem solving, right? So yeah, so there's no fixed syllabus. कोई बैकलॉग नहीं हो, राइटली सेट, राइटली पॉइंटेड आउट, कोई बैकलॉग नहीं होता है. सो जो भी है पढ़ते रहो, प्रॉब्लम्स करते रहो, एंड कुछ ना कुछ नया सीखोगे, राइट? सो Rightly said. So thank you all. Thank you for sparing your wonderful time, guys. And like I said, इस सेशन के अंदर मैं ही हूँ जो IQ कम कर रहा हूँ. So I have already taken the screenshot. Also, I'm sure this a lot of these students are going to make India proud. Right. So Pranav is of course going to Oxford. He's going to represent India, and and others also. They're at some point definitely going to do something which is going to make us and the whole of India proud. So well done, guys. One more time, and all the best for IMOTC. And whatever guidance you need, of course, we are all there. The group is already there. You all have my numbers also. So thank you all, and thank you of all the viewers. And if there is any other question that you want, which has been unanswered, put that in the comment section. I'm sure me or these students are going to answer them. So thank you everyone, and all the best. My best wishes are with you for TC. Take care. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.